Okay, so today we're going to be talking about kind of like a little crafting project that I ended up doing. Don't The outfit has nothing to do with it. Don't mind the outfit. But so basically I ended up making some flowers and they were super cute. And so they're just like pipe cleaner flowers, but I kind of wanted to walk you guys through if you wanted to know like, well, how did she do that? Like kind of like how I did it. Okay, so I did follow a tutorial in order to do these flowers and kind of like made it my own after that. But here's the lady's video and I'll also link it down below. But she was mostly the one that I kind of followed and then did my own version of it. But hers, if you want like a better tutorial, I guess I would go watch hers. But for starters, I had a pack which I'll link. I got it off Amazon. It's like maybe like a 600 or 800 piece pipe cleaner set. And so for these like pipe cleaner flowers, I knew that I wanted to do like a hyacinth flower. I'll put it up on the screen. I wanted to do kind of like a hyacinth flower. That's what I really wanted to do. And so it's also because it's a present for my best friend. So if you guys, if your friend really likes flowers or you want to make something for them, like really crafty, then I say like make flowers as like a present. I think that's always cute. And so it's like handmade. You can do whatever you want to. And it's cute. And it turned out cute. So what I ended up doing, which was different from what I've seen everybody else do, is I did basically like a double color. And so if you look at hyacinth flowers, like if you just like take a look at what they look like, they kind of have, it's like multicolored. It's still like the same color, like let's say purple, right? It's still purple, but it has, like I have an eye for it. It has like a darker color kind of in the middle, and the lighter colors it gets, or the lighter colors are kind of on the edges of it. And so that's what I ended up doing. I just kind of wanted to reflect on how the flower would actually look. And so that's why when you see me throughout this process, I am using like double pipe cleaners, but you can use a single if you want to. This is just how I did it. So to start, I took kind of the two darker colors and the two lighter colors and kind of section them off. So I have 4 colors in total. 2 of the darker ones go together and then 2 of the lighter ones go together. And that's kind of how I ended up pairing them. You guys can pair it in a different way if you want to. Like it doesn't have to be exactly how I did it, but that's just what I thought would look the cutest. And so they turned out really cute. I really love the flowers. Okay, so yeah, what I ended up doing basically in my example is I'm showing you like you need a green pipe cleaner, a pink pipe cleaner, and then a white pipe cleaner. Just kind of walking you through it. But the first thing that you want to do, sorry about my nails by the way. The first thing that you want to do is actually twist it, and this is going to hold it in place. And so that's basically like your anchor for when you're twisting the pipe cleaners. And then you go up. I use 2 fingers to kind of measure it out, but it's supposed to be like around like an inch or something like that. And so then after you kind of get your loop, which makes the first flower petal, what you do is you're going to kind of twist that. And then you move on to your second flower petal and just kind of measure the previous one just so like they're even. And then you twist that again. And so basically we're only going to make 3 flower petals. So this last petal is going to be our last one. And then after that, we're going to wrap it up. But this is going to be kind of like the start of our flower petals for the hyacinth flower. Hope I'm saying that right. And so then near the end, after you have all 3 petals, what you're going to do is you're going to take one of the pipe cleaner ends. Usually it kind of changed when I was doing it, but I just kind of chose like maybe the second to longest one, or kind of like one that was like a little bit shorter. And then I would just kind of like wrap it around the flower. And so that would kind of be like tying it together so that way it wouldn't move. And be prepared for your fingers to get a little achy because these pipe cleaners were definitely hard to work with, but that's the flower. So now we're gonna move on to the second part of it. So basically for the second part of it, you wanna take the step that you just did to make the 3 flower petals and then just do it over again on a new set of pipe cleaners. So grab 2 new pipe cleaners, do it over again. And so by the end, you should have 2. And then now we're going to put them together. So this is what it kind of looks like. So I kind of messed up a little bit. That's why the pipe cleaner looks all like spirally. So sorry about that. But basically you're going to put the pipe cleaner at the very top of where the 2 flowers are. And then you're just going to kind of wrap it around. And so for extra security, if you want to, you can get one of the ends of the pipe cleaner from one of the flowers and wrap it around before you start wrapping the green around. So again, I went back and forth. Maybe I have some other footage I could put in here, but I kind of went back and forth of like, oh, maybe wrapping it around before I put the green on, or just wrapping the green on. It doesn't really matter. They hold together pretty well, basically. So it's not too much to worry about. But yeah, so basically I'm just wrapping it, and once you get near the end, I want to say maybe like 3 fingers down, just kind of like count and eyeball it, and you'll work on it. You'll eventually get it, but you want to kind of tuck it up. And so what we're trying to do is leave enough of the bottom half of the stem out, so that way we can wrap it later. So you wrap the green, wrap the green, wrap the green, and there should be a good chunk of pipe cleaner just left that you can just kind of make into like a little stem, if that makes any sense. So I'm kind of taking a while doing the wrapping, sorry about that. But yeah, I'm just like basically wrapping it around, folded the pieces inwards, and nobody's really gonna see that thick part, you know what I'm saying? So it doesn't matter if it's like a little lumpy or if you miss a spot, it's okay, you know? And so then in the end, of course, just have some left out. It's okay if it's like showing pink at the bottom or pipe cleaner at the bottom through the green. It doesn't matter. You'll be fine. So yeah, that was like the step 2 of the process. Now for the 3rd step of this process, we are going to curl the petals. Sometimes I would do have the petals and I would curl them, and then sometimes I would wait till all of the petals were done. I put it together, put the stem on, and then I'm gonna curl. So this is just kind of how I did it this time, but even like the times before, I can like throw it in maybe. It's just kind of like I was just literally like curling to my heart's content, you know what I'm saying? It wasn't even finished yet and I was curling the flowers. But one thing that I do want to say, it really doesn't matter if you curl it now, if you curl it after, because you're going to have to recurl. Let's let that straight. Whatever you do with these pipe cleaners, you're going to have to do over again. After you finish the flower, yay, you're still gonna have to work with those same pipe cleaners and kind of do it all over again. So if you're curling a flower and it's not curling right, just move on. I promise you, you're going to go back to it and recurl it, especially when you put everything together. So now let's look at this video, and it's gonna be me curling the flowers. How I ended up curling the flowers and what I got from the girl's video that I linked down below is she curled it with the pen, which was really smart. So basically all she did was like curl it with the pen, and then that was like kind of like the curve of the flower. But one thing that I did just stylistically is I pinched the middle of my flower, because I have 2 colors. If you guys are doing 2 colors too, make sure the middle of your flower does not have a hole in it. Like make sure that you are pinching the middle of the flower in, so that way it's, you know, looking not as empty, I guess, or more like a petal, if that makes any sense. And so yeah, you're just basically gonna like straighten it out. That's what I'm doing right now. I think I went a little ahead. I'm gonna pinch it in a second, but basically you want to spread all your flowers out evenly, and then what you also want to do is get kind of like close to the base and pinch it upwards, like almost like at an upwards motion, and this gives it kind of like a bell drop. I don't know how to do it. So like it's curved on the petal, and then it goes in and down like that. And so that's just kind of making it give like the flower shape, which is really cool. Yeah, basically you're going to want to do this process 20 times. So one flower, that was one flower. You're gonna want to repeat that 20 times, making the petals, it's probably double, so 40 times. So this is what you're gonna do in order to make the hyacinth flower. Now we can kind of move on to, I guess, putting them together. So like I said before, sorry, my nose is a little stuffy. Like I said before, putting them together was, you have to have 20 flowers first of all. So 20 flowers, you're putting them together. I kind of had like a stick. You can do this with, I don't know, basically anything. I had kind of like a skewer stick that I found in my pantry randomly. So basically what I did is I got the skewer stick, and then I just started wrapping the flowers around. Now this, guys, okay, this part, I know it's supposed to be a tutorial. You really just gotta work with me. You really just have to eyeball it with me, and you just have to listen. I promise, like, I'm gonna try my best to explain it, but there is no method to my madness to where it's gonna get across if you just don't understand. You know what I'm saying? So basically what I did, flower at the top, right? This is our skewer stick, right? Flower at the top. I did a flower at the top, flower at the side, flower at the side. Now, let's go 3D with it. Flower at the side, right? Flower, this is our top, flower at the side, right? Flower at the side, flower at the back, right? Flower at the front, right? Okay, going back 2D. This is what we're doing, right? Okay, flower at the top, side, front, back, right? Flower, wah, flower, wah. We're doing angles now, okay? I hate math. I absolutely hate math. But this is angles, y'all. It's literally just angles and making it spherical. So you're just going to start filling in the gaps. So after you do wah, wah, you know, what do you think you should do next, right? Oh my gosh. Right? We have front and we have back. So you're going to do like a side angle. I don't know if you can see it, like a side angle and then like a bottom angle, right? So it would go up like this and then go up like this. You see what I'm doing? So you're just filling it in, right, in a spherical. And then once you start moving down, what I kind of did is hit it at an off angle. So if we have our 4 corners, if we have our north, south, east, west, whatever, you know what I'm saying? Then that next row that I'm doing down there is going to go in the, because we already did it like this, you know, and like that. So the next angle is going to go at an off angle like this. Northwest, you see what I'm saying? Or like this is northwest, northeast, you know, southwest, south, you know what I'm saying? So that's kind of how I ended up doing it. So then you want to go at those kind of off angles. Think about it almost like a compass. That's what I ended up doing. And so then, you know, once you go down, you just keep filling in the gaps like that. And then I promise you, that's what makes the flower. When you are getting kind of near the end, what I didn't do, what I should have done with my first flowers at the top, I kind of smushed in or curled up a little more. So like I got my finger, like, hey, you're gonna have to fight that. I don't care. You're going to have to fight that pipe cleaner. That pipe cleaner is going to have to be fought. I'm just letting you know right now, you're gonna have to fight that pipe cleaner. So you have to fight her. You have to fight her. Get a good grip. Flip it inwards. You're really gonna have to flip it up and in. Flip it up and in. Flip the flowers up and in. So that's for the top to kind of push them in. And then when you go to the bottom, they should be more like outwards. They should go out a little more. That's basically it, y'all. That's basically it. Like after that, you're kind of done with the flower. And we move on to our final step. So for our final step, it is going to be gluing and wrapping the rest of the stem. You don't have to glue if you don't want to. I had Mod Podge, I think, laying around. So you don't have to glue if you don't want to. It's pretty stable. Not gonna lie, it's pretty stable. I glued it. What I did is obviously when you wrap it all, it's kind of like, how are you gonna glue it? But it's just like basically going to the rod, the root, the whatever it is, skewer, whatever you have in the middle, and then just kind of like getting the pipe cleaners around it. If there's any holes or any pieces that you can lift up and glue under, like you could put glue and then put the piece back, you know what I'm saying? Like put the piece back. But they're so intertwined and wrapped, it's fine anyway. But just for anything that doesn't feel stable, you know what I'm saying? Just glue it. And near the end too, you're gonna get one singular green pipe cleaner, and you're going to kind of wrap it around that skewer, that stem. And you can put glue on that and then just kind of really go ham and like making sure that it's like stuck on. And then for our final part I almost forgot, the leaves. So in order to make the leaves, the most important part, 2 pipe cleaners, you only need 2. You're going to measure them out to where they're like of equal heights, and then you're just going to kind of bend them in the middle. And so then you can just kind of like straighten it up, do whatever you need to. But then you're going to take one pipe cleaner and kind of feed it through the other. So it creates almost like a chain effect, you know? And then you're going to twist it. I twisted it once. You can twist it twice. It really doesn't matter. You can twist it once or twice. It doesn't matter. But then after you twist it, you're going to take the pieces that you twisted and fold it over. Kind of like how I'm doing in the video. So you're going to fold it over and straighten them out. After that, I just kind of took this, again, the second to longest piece and kind of wrapped it around to secure the pipe cleaners at the bottom. I made 2 of the leaves. I put them together. I put them on. You can do as many leaves as you want to. I just did 2 so it was cute, and then I kind of bent it in a weird way, which was really fun. I'm gonna show my final edit of it to kind of show you guys like what it looked like, but that's basically it. Like I think I ended up adding a little bit of white on the ends just to kind of make it look like it was handheld and cover the bottom part of the skewer. But yeah, you can put it in a vase, you can keep it lying down. It's cute either way. And one thing about it, those pipe cleaners are sturdy. You can bang it, you can hit it, it can fall, it won't break. It's pipe cleaners. So that's basically it. All right, see y'all later. Hope you liked the tutorial. Peace.